Imagine you are standing at the mouth of a vast, ancient forest. The path beneath your feet is not solid ground. It is a flowing river, frozen for just 1 second, then liquid the next. That is your life. Every second, the water shifts. Every breath, a new current. You tell yourself, I must take the right step. The world screams this at you. Get the right degree, marry the right person, invest in the right stock, say the right prayer. But here is the secret the mystics have whispered for millennia. There is no such thing as a right step or a wrong step. There is only a step. The 13th century poet Rumi knew this. He wrote, "Why do you stay in prison when the door is so wide open?" The prison is the illusion that one false move ruins everything. The Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, called this the discipline of ascent. They said, don't judge the step before you take it, just take it. Because the outcome you see right now is a lie of the moment, a partial sentence in a very long book. Life is dynamic, fluid. What looks like a loss today is the seed of a harvest 10 winters from now. You see a rag picker who becomes a millionaire. You think, he made the right choices. No, he made choices, period. Some worked, many failed, but he did not freeze at the riverbank. He stepped. And here is the part no one tells you. That same millionaire at this very moment is longing for something he cannot have. Perhaps he longs for the health he wasted in his 20s. Perhaps he lost his parents during the scramble. Perhaps his marriage dissolved because he was never present, only ever optimizing. The Bible says in Ecclesiastes, "Vanity of vanities, all is vanity." But that is not a cry of despair. It is a cold shower of reality. Solomon, the richest king, said everything he gained was like chasing the wind. Why? Because short-term gains and losses mean nothing. They are weather, not climate. In Hinduism, this is the play of Maya, the illusion that the temporary is real. You win a contract, you feel like a god. You lose a job, you feel like a worm. Both are costumes. Both will be shed. The Bhagavad Gita is brutally clear. The non-existent never comes into being. The existent never ceases to be. Your true self is not the winner or the loser. It is the one who watches both. So what do? Do you stop feeling? No. Do you become a stone? The Buddha would laugh at that. He taught the middle way. You feel the joy, fully. You feel the pain, fully. But you do not grab the joy and you do not flee the pain. You remain indifferent to the outcome, not to the experience. This is the Stoics' amor fati, the love of one's fate, not grudging acceptance, love. When the Stoic says, this happened, he also says, and I wanted it to happen, because it is the clay I have to sculpt. Rumi says, the wound is the place where the light enters you. That breakup, that bankruptcy, that betrayal, it is not a wrong step. It is a step that cuts you open so something new can breathe. Sikhism gives you a practical tool, Chardi Kala, eternal optimism, rising spirits. A Sikh is not someone who never fails. A Sikh is someone who, after failing, ties their turban tighter and says, Waheguru, wonderful Lord. Not because the failure was good, but because stopping is the only real sin. You look around and see the same mundane life. Same house, same commute, same arguments. You think nothing has changed. You are blind. Buddhism's first noble truth is not life is suffering. It is all conditioned things are impermanent, anicca. The chair you sit on is aging. Your liver is processing. Your child's cells are dying and being reborn. Your enemy is one phone call away from becoming your ally. Everything is in constant flux. The Stoic Emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote, Time is a river of passing events, and strong is its current. No sooner is a thing brought to sight than it is swept by, and another takes its place. You are not the same person who started reading the sentence. Already 1,000 microscopic choices have happened. So how can you remain untouched? You can't, and you shouldn't. The goal is not to be untouched. The goal is to be unbroken by the touching. Here is the truth the self-help industry hides from you. All options exist, but you cannot have all. And even if you could, even if you had infinite money, perfect health, a harem of lovers, and a private jet, death is still coming. The best doctor at your bedside? Irrelevant. Six-pack abs? Useless. Organic kale? Ashes. The Bible says, "What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and forfeit his soul?" The soul here is not a ghost in your chest. It is your capacity to keep moving without being destroyed by regret. Sikhism's Guru Nanak said, "He who has no love of the name, his life is like a corpse breathing." The name is not a word, it is the recognition that the wheel is turning and you are on it. You can either scream at the spokes or ride. You want a guarantee. I will not give you one. No one can. That is how the world is made. Sickness will come. Betrayal will come. One day, someone you love will leave this earth before you are ready. And then what? The Bhagavad Gita gives the answer to Arjuna on the battlefield of life. You have a right to action alone, never to its fruits. Do not be driven by the fruits of action, nor attach yourself to inaction. In other words, take the step. Do not calculate the win. Do not mourn the loss. Just step. Fall, rise, step again. The wheel turns, and you are the one turning with it.